think that's what it was. I think it was just too much caffeine.
Yeah, you feeling the jitters
Not jitters.
or anxious?
Yeah. That's all it was. All right. Yeah, let's just get into it. So it's gonna be the Mental My Smart Podcast, episode 18. So today I'm here with Eddie, and
What's up?
we're just gonna get right into it. So Eddie, we do it with like weekly updates. So how was your week, Eddie? Well, your week from now to the previous podcast.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Just took my sister out to school. School's about to start for them. Out at Texas State. Helped her move in. Got some shit done at my house again. It's been a pretty good week. I'm really considering like moving out there. That's how much I liked it. Just because it's like down the street from Austin too. Like literally Austin is like a 20-30 minute drive.
Yeah, and the good thing with Austin, this is just what I feel like is going to become. It's going to become like the new Los Angeles, because a lot of people that are like, well, comedians in general that are in Los Angeles, since they can't do any stand-up because Los Angeles is completely shut down, what they're going to end up doing is moving over to Texas, mainly because Joe Rogan is coming over to Texas, and he's coming over to Austin, Texas. He has like his whole setup pretty much being made for him. He has a house and everything. So a lot of big name people from Los Angeles are gonna move over to Austin. So Austin is probably gonna be the next Los Angeles, or that whole vibe. Because even right now, whenever we would go there often, it always gave off like that hippie vibe.
Yeah,
Because
most
just
definitely.
pretty much anybody you come across is friendly.
Yeah, and then you know what? You also got to think about like how many like big celebrities go out there too, especially during like South by Southwest. Like that's like there's not a lot of festivals like that, you know?
Yeah, but I like even on South by South, I don't think South by South is even that big anymore. Like I wouldn't want to go, because when it comes to like, let's say, small artists,
Yeah.
what really small artist is even a small artist anymore?
You thinking like underground is dying or is dead?
Yeah, because it's not no longer, hey, did you hear about this? No, let me hear it. No, it's like social media.
Yeah. You know, but also it's not just about like music. They got other shit going on. They do conventions and like big celebrities do interviews and whatnot while they're out there, like live interviews and shit.
That's true. But like the parts that we are going to be on is where the small artists would go to.
Oh hell yeah.
Like 6th Street, doing those small little bars and stuff. So that's like the small artists. But I feel like even with that, I don't like, whenever we would see like who might be there, it never really excites me like it used to. Like remember we went there one time because Pell, was it Pell or
Pell, yeah.
Pell, and then we saw They,
Oh yeah.
another one, and now it's just like any really small artist is not.
Yeah, nothing ever happened with them, huh?
Who?
With they or Pell.
Uh,
I mean, I fuck with them. I know like Pell made it on like some of his music made it on a movie.
it did.
Yeah, I just don't remember what movie it was.
Yeah, I think a lot of times what happens with like good artists like that, I feel like, well, with They, because I think they were bigger than Pell. I think what happens a lot of times is, say they get signed, they do a lot of songwriting, and a lot of their good music goes off to bigger artists. Because bigger artists now, like
They don't write their shit.
Part Next Door, he'll write. He got stuck in this whole thing for writing music. Like he'll write music for Rihanna, a couple tracks for Drake, but he's like in the background. Maybe that's just what happened with They. But
Maybe.
because I really fuck with their music a lot, and Pell. We saw other people too, like other small people where we knew who they were, and I think now we go there, we're not really gonna, it's like, because whenever we went, it was like to the point people were handing out CDs, but they were all scattered on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you handing me a CD for? I don't even got a CD player. That's the
Right.
thing. So you're gonna hand somebody a USB drive?
Yeah, they actually, some artists were doing that. One year that I went, they were handing out USB drives. They were handing out bracelets. They were handing out
Bracelets?
Yeah.
With the USBs in them?
no bracelets with like their like info or whatever. And then there was one dude who had like a, what do you call it? You know those circle things that you hold, that you use to hold your phone or whatever?
Oh,
You-
like it's in the back?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but like what it did is like it took you to their music page.
That's good.
Yes, yeah. I wonder how expensive that is, but like,
Yeah, because honestly, now I think what would even be the better is if somebody goes out there, but they're gonna be more like, "This is my Instagram. Just follow me."
Well, yeah, see, that's not good because you remember that situation with 50 Cent and that one artist?
Yeah,
Like, the whole time he was like, look at my Instagram. And 50 Cent was like, bro, you're coming at me wrong, dude. What the fuck?
yeah,
What the fuck am I going to get by looking at your Instagram?
yeah, yeah. But I just feel like at this point, that's probably the best way to get your music across. Because it's just a quick go to your Instagram. If they like the music, they'll follow you or promote it or whatever they want to do. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think a few music festivals would be fun, but I think I don't know. It's probably just me.
Maybe.
Like I still want to go to like, what is it, ACL?
Yeah.
I want to do that because I wanted to do that last year, but what ended up happening is the people that were going on there were like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was more rock oriented.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I for sure didn't want to see the Migos as the main stage.
You don't fuck with them?
I do, but not to like them as the main artist and the biggest artist there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the first time I went to Austin, the main stage was J. Cole. He just popped up. Was Drake. Was
Drake, yeah.
a whole bunch of actual
Weeknd.
big artists were there. I don't know. It could just be me. But yeah. And then you say your sister's in San Marcos, right?
Yes, sir.
What is she going to school for?
That's a really good question.
For real? You don't know what she wants to go to school for?
No, I think she wanted to do like biology at first. She wanted to be a pediatrician or something like that. But then she realized that it's fucking difficult, so she changed it. I don't know what the major is, but when I asked her what kind of work can she get, she could do like physical therapy for athletes or some shit like that.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
And then you got like really drunk while you were at her place, right?
Oh yeah, I got really drunk.
Yeah, you called me.
Yeah.
Really drunk, and then the person that you were with, you recorded her taking a piss.
Bro.
and then you go, because she had to take a piss really bad. I guess you guys were like in line for Taco Bell or whatever the fuck. And then what ended up happening is you followed her. Well, you didn't follow her. I guess you were there just in case something happened because she went behind a dumpster. And when she went behind the dumpster, all I hear you go is, "Damn, this is the first time I see your pussy."
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh no, because you didn't say, "This is the first time I see your vagina." You're fucking hairy, bro.
I really said that?
You said that, but I think you said that playing around because I don't think you saw her vagina.
Yeah,
it was dark.
I don't remember. Honestly, I blacked out, dude.
Yeah.
I remember us getting the food. I don't remember FaceTiming you while all of this was going on. But I remember we went through her campus, and at night, there's just a lot of deer that come through. They're just chilling throughout the campus. And I, like, stepped outside, tried to touch one. Was fucking calling it canela and shit, trying to give it a fry.
Did any of them let you?
Nah, dude.
No.
They would do this thing where they were just like, stop.
Uh-huh.
And then dart out.
Yeah, I would too if I was a deer. Honestly. Or an animal in general. I wouldn't fucking let a human touch me.
Well, what about Brother Nature? He'd be touching them deer all the time.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. You'd imagine he'd have like some animal instincts, especially when he got into a fight.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have those animal instincts in him. Yeah, well, actually, he had the instincts of a deer.
No, that's fucked up.
He didn't have an instincts like of a wild boar or some shit.
Well, I mean, I think that situation, I don't know, it's pretty fucked. Like,
You think so?
Like, would you have beat him up?
Yeah,
Well,
me?
But what did he do? No, I mean, like,
What did Brother Nature do to deserve him getting his ass beat?
yeah.
No idea. Maybe, you know what I think it was?
Because that dude is
I
peaceful.
think they were recording him, and then he was asking them to not record him, and they kept recording him, and then he said something, and then that's when all that happened.
So who was the bad one in this situation?
Him. I mean, look, if you're that, this is just how I think, right? If you're famous, right, and people record you, that's expected. What do you want them to do? Not record you? You're famous. It happens.
Yeah.
It's like the normal. Like you walk around anywhere and somebody records you because you're famous. That's just bound to happen.
But you know, it's
That comes with it.
I don't know, but a lot of celebrities still even like that are big now. They like get frustrated by that shit still.
Yeah, but you got to take the good with the bad.
I guess so, huh?
You can't help it. Like if you want to make these popular videos that people love so much, and then somebody wants to record you because they know who you are, it's gonna happen. Like you got to get used to it. You know.
That's so crazy how our natural instinct, as soon as we see someone that's like real famous, is to pull out our phone and start recording, huh?
Not mine. That's not my natural.
Well, like
instinct.
the majority of people, it's like, oh, let me let me go record this person while they're fucking pumping gas. Like what?
What would you do if you saw Kid Cudi walking down the street?
I'd probably be like, hey, what's up? I say hi or some shit, right? Of course I'd say hi, but my instinct wouldn't be to record him right away. I'd ask him, be like, hey, can I take a picture? And he'll be like, yes or no. No, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't
yeah.
even ask for a picture.
Nah.
Nah, I'd ask for like a handshake, then I'd say thank you and just keep walking.
Can I shake your hand?
Yeah, not a picture though, cause I don't know. It's just cause if I do take a pic, cause if anything, I would more than anything, I would just want to talk to him.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Most definitely.
And
Plus,
if he is just walking down the street, he doesn't have time. Unless you ask him, hey, do you have any free? There's something, right?
Yeah,
But me personally, I would just be more like,
but you don't even like to talk to people, so
he's not people.
he's a
Kid
person.
Cudi. Yeah. Nah, that's just me. So yeah, so San Marcos was fun, and what else did you do?
Got some shit done at my house while I was away.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It's going. I think I made some decisions that I regret.
With the house?
Yeah, but it's okay.
With the way it looks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the floor is too dark.
They already got the floor in?
You saw it.
Oh, that was with the. You know what? It probably because it was messy.
Because it was dusty.
So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, they're probably gonna put floor over it," but it looked messy.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea that was a new floor.
Yeah.
Only because it wasn't cleaned up, and I was like,
Well,
probably not the
also
new floor.
the trim isn't added yet, so they didn't like seal it to the wall yet, which they're gonna do pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that went on in your week?
You know, and when I was out there too, it was just I don't know. I was making music and shit. It felt cool. It was a good vibe, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then what did you do when you came home?
Fucking clean my house, dude. It's been fucking. I haven't been living there, dude.
Yeah, definitely gotta clean your house for sure.
Yeah, I just been literally. Maybe I'll sleep. Maybe this week I've slept there. Maybe once this whole week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy because when I went there, I was like, holy fuck, this actually is a nice house, but it was like messy. But that just comes like in general, just like when it comes to like a messy house or a messy space, it's like cluttery. If you see clutter, your mind is going to be cluttered, and you don't want to be around clutter because then you're not going to think straight. And if you don't think straight, everything's going to be all fucked up. And then it's going to be hard to get yourself from point A to point B when it comes to like shit that you just want to do. And then when it comes to clutter, it's just all about just fucking finding any spot and just start. And then eventually you'll find your point A and point B. But you just got to dive into it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it'd be so hard though.
Oh, of course.
It's like, fuck, goddamn 47. I really got to go ahead and clean this shit.
Yeah. Me, myself, I've honestly I want to stay focused on my diet and fitness and stuff like that. But that's all the fucking boring parts. Because honestly, with this COVID shit, there's really not much that's going on with the weekly events. It's not going out. It's not doing any of that. If anything, I'll talk to you more about League of Legends. But I don't want to fucking talk anymore about League of Legends. That shit is getting fucking repetitive with my anger issues that I have.
You got banned again, huh?
No, I don't get banned again. I don't even talk to people no more on there. I just be fucking playing. But yeah, let's just get into some topics. Something that I actually did want to talk about that you talked about too is when it comes to the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation, right?
Oh yes.
With even that being said, you brought it up that if Tori actually shot her, and then it came out like, holy shit, I guess Tori was the one that shot her.
She admitted to it.
Again, and the way she said it was like dry, like she dry.
No details.
What was it? She got dry shot. Like, you dry shot me is what she said.
Oh, I don't remember. I just
Which
remember
is weird.
I just remember her saying that she like fucking was protecting him when the cops were around and said that it was glass that cut her or some shit.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched a good amount of it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the whole thing.
But yeah, so because she was saying like, did you see whenever she was talking about how the reason she didn't say that he had a gun is because, you know, the police brutality stuff that was going on.
That Tory didn't have a gun? Tory
Yeah.
can't get a gun in the United States because he's not from, I guess.
Well, he
right?
had a gun. He shot her.
The security had a gun.
Oh,
He got the security guard's gun.
I guess. I don't know. But that's what she was saying. She's like, I'm not about to tell the police that we have a gun, especially because our skin color and everything that was going on. We had a helicopter on us.
Yeah, that's true. All right, hold on. Let me play this. Let me see. Is it going?
Why lie?
There we go. Hold on.
I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet, but you dragging it.
I don't think he said anything.
Yeah, I don't
You
remember
really
him
fucking
saying
dragging
anything.
it. Motherfuckers talking about I hit this nigga. I never hit you.
I don't think he said that.
Motherfuckers was like,
Oh, was she saying motherfuckers
oh,
are
she
like
mad because he
Tory?
shot her
Tory's not the
pilot?
one saying
No, I
anything.
wasn't.
Well, she's saying that
Like-
his people are.
I still haven't heard anybody.
Dry.
I haven't heard
Shut-
anybody specifically directly from him.
Everybody
you know?
in the car. It's only 4 motherfuckers in the car.
But look,
Me,
she says it.
You, my homegirl, and your security.
I think she said something about his publicist or something.
Everybody in the car arguing.
She blames.
I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat.
Him.
I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the back seat of the car starts shooting me. You shot me.
From the
I ain't get
back
cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that.
Well, she's right there. She said Tory Lanez shot her, right? Tory, yeah, they say they were arguing and stuff like that. I think what happened is Tory Lanez was just trying to seem tough. Like, I'm actually about that life, you know? I'm actually crazy. So he got the gun, right? And just started shooting, right? And on accident, actually hit her, right? Because she even said that when she went to the hospital, they found bullet fragments in her foot. So what could have happened is he was aiming at the ground, but then when it pops off the ground, boom, like some sharpnel hits her, and then that's what could have happened. But she just kept saying that she never said that he did it. She was trying to keep it off the internet. And that's like, wow, she really does love you. Like, she's not like, you know, anybody else would have been like, he shot me.
Yeah.
That's the one that shot me. But this big star was like, nah, I'm not going to say that he did it. Protecting him, protecting everybody in the car, because I'm not going to tell people that there's guns in there.
Yeah.
Or like, even when she went to the hospital, she said that she didn't even really want to tell the doctor that she got shot by Tory Lanez. She's like, oh my God, I didn't even know I got shot. And I think all the pressure that she's being put under, especially when she's saying like what the media is trying to tell the story of what happened, because of what just people on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere or bloggers are saying what might have happened, and trying to put out this narrative that this and that, and people protecting Tory. I think she just got fed up. And I think when that happened, she just like laid it all out. Like, yeah, you shot me.
She exploded, dude.
Yeah. And which kind of fucking sucks. That sucks. But what do you think of the whole situation?
I don't know. Honestly, I was not expecting her to come out and say, honestly, just because.
Just be that blunt. Like, he shot me.
Yeah. I didn't think that was going to happen, just because, I mean, she's from Houston, you know? And like, I think she hangs out with a bunch of like people that are like hood and stuff. So, you know, I mean, she's a girl. I guess the situation is different.
Because she's a woman?
Yeah.
And they're weaker?
Nah, I mean...
I feel like you have this thing that you don't like women.
I love women.
I hold her to the same standard as anybody that says they're about that life. Because when I first heard about it, and I was like...
I know, but
she's about that life.
But it's Meg, bro. She a bad bitch, bro. Like, fuck. Why you hurting her? Why you hurting her?
You don't know what she said? She could have started making fun of his height. You never know. What if she just popped out with some jokes about his height in the whole middle of the argument? Told her, "Hey, you got to step on a stool to fuck me," because they've had like some sex. They've been together. They were dating and shit.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, they were together.
I didn't know that.
Not like boyfriend girlfriend, but they were like fucking each other. And maybe that whole thing happened, and then she said some shit about his height. Got offended. Boom, boom, boom. Sharpnel off the concrete to her leg, and then that's when cops showed up and stuff.
Damn, bro. So you think her like punani's so good that like this dude went crazy for it?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Like, goddamn, bro, you shot her. You didn't want her to leave. You shot her.
But I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think he shot her because of her vagina. I think he shot her because he really liked her.
Yeah.
Like obsession type of weird shit.
He went on some toxic,
and then he got into like
shit.
some mental toxic shit, like you just said, and then that whole situation happened. I personally would have just let her kept fucking walking, but I don't know the relationship. It's like, even to this day, we don't know what happened exactly in that car with Chris Brown and Rihanna. Rihanna didn't say exactly what happened.
He hit her with that 1-2 Mayweather. What are you talking about?
No, but out of her words, or
Her
like even
mouth.
from Chris Brown, he never said what triggered. It happened, which is fucked up. You know what's so fucked up about that? He did that in front of like everybody.
Oh shit.
They were in the car, right? But he beat her in the car.
Nobody stopped.
What do you mean nobody stopped? There's
No.
just it's a Ferrari, but it just happened, and then but the weird part is it happened in front of cameras and shit to the point where they see like her face and stuff. It was really bad. He really fucking fucked her up.
I've never watched it.
Well, there's not video of it, but there's pictures, and if you see a picture of it, you can her face is balled up. Like Chris Brown really went crazy, but that's just what happens with these. I feel like with these famous people.
Is that toxic love, bro?
Yeah, because it's
the
like
best.
Tory Lanez might think he can have any girl he wants, and then here comes Meg. No, motherfucker, like I'm you know, and then this whole situation happens.
Ego
But you
death.
know, she still kept it to how she kept it. Didn't really, I guess, didn't snitch on him, but of course she did. But at this point, right, because she's in hip hop, right? Do you hold her at the same level as 6ix9ine?
Nah, dude.
Why not?
Just
Yeah, why not though? Why don't her?
well, because I don't know. Well, I guess like if you want to be equal, it's like okay, yeah, she should be held accountable. But at the same time, it's like I'm pretty sure there's like a whole police report on that kind of shit. I'm pretty sure there's footage or something somewhere of him shooting the gun. There was a fucking helicopter.
There's no footage.
Wasn't there like a
There's
helicopter?
like helicopter, but there's no footage of him doing it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's something.
Like video of him with the finger and the trigger and shooting her. There's
No,
none.
maybe from like the helicopter. There's probably like video of like light coming out or something.
No, but the helicopter wasn't there until after the whole situation happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they were being like chased. I don't even know.
No, they weren't
I don't
being
even know.
chased.
I don't even know.
Everything's
at
like
this
fucking
point.
Bonnie and Clyde running away from the cops. She gets out. He starts shooting in front of the cops. No, that didn't happen because she said she didn't tell nobody that he had a gun in the
No,
car.
you're right. You're right.
So this all happened afterwards. So you would not hold Meg Thee Stallion, who's also a rapper, the same standards that you would hold Tekashi for snitching.
It's because I love Meg, dude. It's different. It's that toxic love.
So you think women are beneath men?
Oh
That
my!
they're not allowed to be held to the same standards.
Why you always do this?
You're not holding her to the same standard. That's just what I would say.
That's not saying that she's beneath.
She's in hip hop. She's in hip hop,
I'm not
right?
saying she's beneath man.
Isn't there like a code in hip hop about snitches?
About
Or in
gangsters.
the hood or anything like that, or people that are about that life that would
Gangsters.
rap like that, but then after that you go out and just snitch.
I mean,
A
bro,
snitch is a snitch, right?
we've talked about this, bro.
Okay, would Meek Mill ever work with Meg Thee Stallion? Meek doesn't work with snitches.
Dude, all his team is snitches.
All of them are, right?
yeah.
But like
He
you're
just-
saying,
He
you know,
was
like
I think that whole situation was a lot of clout chasing, bro. Like,
oh, 100%. 100% it was. But like with all the rappers that came out and said they don't work with snitches, they're not gonna work with 6ix9ine, fuck 6ix9ine, fuck snitches, right? Those are the same rappers that are
Well,
more than happy to work with Meg,
you know what
even
the
though
difference
she
is?
snitched.
You know what the difference is?
What's the difference?
Meg is not a troll. That's what the difference is. They like her.
What does that mean?
Cause 6ix9ine is a troll. He fucking makes fun of everything, and that's why people get upset at him, cause he comes at them, you know. But like Meg's not a fucking.
As long
asshole.
as you're likable, you're able to snitch,
I guess that's what it looks like.
and people will accept you.
Shit,
That's just me. And then I started thinking about it. Wait a minute. But I started looking into her music, right? She's really not ever rapping about no like
Gangs.
gangster shit. She's always about like more so like turn up and stuff, or like
She a bad bitch.
she's a bad bitch, or women empowerment and stuff like that. But and then it kind of tilts me sideways too, because it's like that's still snitching though, right? So in this whole hip hop community, again, you're tilting. Just go,
Oh.
just like because of the
My
frame.
fault.
I promise you.
My fault. I just keep looking at you, bro. You're so beautiful.
And with all that, it's like that's still considered, you know, snitching at a certain point. But I'ma still listen to her music. Every woman is still gonna listen to her music, and
Wow.
every man is still gonna want to fuck her.
Isn't WAP #1?
Yeah, it's a good song too. But okay, what if Cardi B snitches?
She's gang affiliated, right? She like a blood or something.
I think so. In that case,
she's likable too, bro. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
So is 6ix9ine is likable too. You don't dislike 6ix9ine?
Nah, I don't dislike him.
I like him. I like 6ix9ine because he's like, okay, because honestly, with the whole 6ix9ine situation, he never really talked shit about anybody that did not have it coming for them.
Or that did not start talking shit about him first.
Yeah, that did not have it coming for them. It's like every single person that he has ever talked shit about always started it first. Because when he first came out making fun of, this is what rap is, this rainbow hair kid. Okay, now you're asking for something.
Well, look, let me ask you this. Whose music do you prefer? 6ix9ine's or Meg's? Like, who would you listen to? Who would you more likely be?
I don't listen to either.
No, who would you more likely be?
Well, Meg.
That's what it is.
To this day, I don't think I've been around anybody to say put that 6ix9ine on.
Yeah, bro. No, maybe whenever before this whole gel stuff happened.
Yeah, 6ix9ine and Meg make the same music.
No, they don't.
Now they do. Pop that pussy. She got that wet. 6ix9ine makes woman empowerment music about women vagina, and like if you see his videos, there's always fucking fine ass women on there.
Fine ass women.
But he definitely doesn't make that like. I mean, he'll still say like some threatening shit in his music, but it wasn't like before. For sure, it's not like before.
Because he's limited by the courts.
Yeah, like 100%, it's not like how it used to be. But yeah, that's like really crazy. It's like,
you know,
like you find out this fucking guy really looked at her, started shooting his gun.
What the fuck, dude? I wonder what was going through his head, like for real. Like, that is some toxic shit. Like if they were dating or whatever, fucking around, that's hella toxic, bro. But you know, I don't know. Toxic be fun sometimes. So
toxic do be fun.
You know,
toxic, especially like when you're that rich and famous. You want toxic.
Hell yeah, bro.
Because the fuck you gonna do with the guy that what the world looks at as normal when you that rich? You want something that excites you. Yeah.
Because you do a lot of shit already, so let's do something else that like heightens it up.
Yeah, I wonder.
Let's do coke in the back of the car, and
because she also did say that he kind of like, well, she hinted at he was trying to fuck Kylie.
Oh yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't care about that or some shit, right?
Yeah, yeah. Which is. Because then you got to think about what were they really arguing about, and also the guy that for sure should really get in trouble too. Well, of course, Tory Lanez is the security guard.
Oh yeah, bro. What were you?
He was there. He's the one that gave Tory Lanez the gun.
Here you go.
The security guy had the gun.
Shoot her, bro. Whatever.
You think that's what the security guy said? Like, hey man, you got to shoot her now,
bro. She acting like a.
Yeah, the security guard just looked at Tory and be like, just do it.
Or do you think like
I think he asked for the gun.
Oh, you think so? I was about to say, you think he like just took it off of him like da 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 out of anger, just bitch da da da.
I think he asked for the gun and then the security guard was okay with it because who pays?
Oh yeah,
because security isn't cheap. So
especially for them.
And he has a license to carry, so of course it's gonna be expensive. So and I'm sure the security guard was his friend.
Most likely,
because you hire your friends.
They always become their friends.
Like
too.
if I become rich and all that shit, and I need like a security guard, I'm gonna hire a friend to be my. I'm gonna tell him, hey, get trained, and I'm gonna pay you instead of paying this firm.
Well, also he could have got on a firm, and then that became his friend. Because isn't that how Robin Big met? Rest in peace to Big. Isn't he like security, and then they ended up becoming best friends? And
I think that's the story behind it.
Yeah, so
I think they might have just been friends off of some other stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that might have been it, but that's just like really irresponsible of that. Even if it's a friend, it's like, come on now, you're the breadwinner. Like, don't fuck this up, because then they won't let you back in the United States.
Yeah.
And if they don't let you back in the United States, that's where a lot of this money comes from. And then we gotta keep flying to the UK in order to make whatever we might have maybe made over here in the States, because you're the biggest in the States.
Talking about the UK, bro. Do you fuck with Trippie Redd?
Yeah.
Did you see that whole KSI shit?
Yeah. What's
up with that?
That's nothing.
I don't understand what the whole beef was about.
The whole beef is because KSI is set up to fight Logan Paul.
Are they gonna do a rematch?
Jake Paul. You know, KSI is set up to fight Jake Paul. So KSI and Trippie Redd have a song together.
Yeah.
Because of that, Trippie Redd got his first top 20 in the UK off of that song. So it actually boosted Trippie Redd's appearance or I guess, fame in total in the UK because KSI is fucking huge over there. And because of that, they work together. KSI, I guess it's like mutual. They helped each other out, right?
Yeah.
And there's a video of Trippie Redd saying, because I guess Trippie Redd was hanging out with Jake Paul, and Trippie Redd said that he has his money on Jake Paul because they're gonna fight. KSI and Jake Paul are set up to do a boxing match, and Trippie Redd said he has his money on Jake Paul, and then that's where that came from. So that's like where all that just comes from.
Wait, so what was that whole like shitty room that Trippie was like showing? That was the actual studio?
Well, that's gonna be his studio that's getting fixed up.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like okay. I didn't even know. I thought Trippie was showing that video cause saying that the studio that KSI got him was shit or something.
No, he's saying, is that what he said?
I don't know. That's what I got from it because he was like, "Thanks for paying for my studio" or something.
Because of the song.
Oh yeah, there. See,
and you pay for the feature.
Menso my smart.
Yeah, you pay for the feature, or like the label that you're with pays for the feature, and then like that's why he said that, and then KSI said something back. But it seems like they like each other. Honestly, it didn't seem nothing too serious, but that's just what that was said. But it's I think you say that because KSI is big, and if you add KSI, you have UK's attention or UK social media people attention. You know what I mean?
Publicity is good publicity. Is that what they say?
Yeah. I guess. Is it?
I mean, I don't know.
You think it is?
I mean, it gets your name out there if he wants it to get out there, even though that's not like a good situation.
But I mean, every
It's
publicity is good publicity.
That's what they say. I don't know. I'm not in the industry.
I'm about to throw a hypothetical at you. You let me know if that's good publicity.
Look, for example, when everyone was going off about Kanye West saying his shit, and then he dropped an album a little bit later, he actually ended up selling good numbers, even though they were talking his shit. They were talking shit about him.
I don't think it was good publicity for him. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. I guess that's right.
He doesn't need it.
All right, so whatever. Like, not all publicity is good publicity.
And then also when he does that, I honestly feel like when Kanye West has these outbursts, well, because he's mentally unhealthy.
He's bipolar.
And whenever that happens, when he has like these outbursts, right? I think that sets up an expectation for his album to be amazing. Then he comes out with a Christian album, and you're just like, what the fuck? That's not at all what I was expecting.
Do you think, like, now that he's all Christian and stuff, do you think he still smokes weed?
No
Do
idea.
Christians smoke weed? Is
No
that
idea.
a thing?
I want people to ask him, do you like gay people then?
Yeah, right.
I want those type of questions. He's running for president. He's a hardcore. Well, it's not even a possibility anymore anyways. But even with that, it's like you want to ask him, so are you okay with the LGBTQ community? And then I want him to give his Christian answer. But I feel like anybody that's like even considered a genius by a mass amount of people is somewhat crazy.
Yeah, most definitely.
And he just lets you see it. But even when he wasn't letting you see it, you heard stories from Amber Rose that this motherfucker is crazy. Okay? Even Amber Rose said that shit. Amber Rose said, no, he is crazy. Like who you see, you say he's a genius, makes amazing music, which he does, but he's actually crazy. And I believe it. You gotta be. Because imagine you meet him, you have a conversation, and it's like underwhelming. You're like, damn, that's not really what I was expecting, you know?
This is him? What?
Yeah, you want to hear some crazy shit. You want to hear his ideas.
When I don't know, do you know any like straight edge motherfucker that's like actually in any kind of big industry, like when it comes to like entertainment?
Like in what area?
Entertainment.
In hip hop?
Yeah, like I don't know any like big ass rapper who doesn't like, take psychedelics or has never done like shrooms or smokes weed or doesn't drink alcohol, like straight edge, just full sober, completely, like starting off
sober.
Like
I'm sure there's a lot of Christian rappers.
They're allowed to drink, aren't they? Aren't Christians okay with drinking?
Jesus' blood. Yeah, I can't think of anyone either.
Right?
Kurt Cobain, he was sober as fuck.
Well, he
Huh? He what?
Bro,
What did he do,
he
Eddie?
fucking did a lot of heroin, bro. What are you talking about?
He did a lot.
A lot of heroin.
He did a lot.
And then even like comedians, a lot of comedians do a fuckload of drugs. You know, that they're entertainers.
I don't think they. A lot of. I don't think comedians do a lot of drugs.
Bro,
Dave Chappelle doesn't do a lot of drugs. Kevin Hart doesn't do a lot of drugs.
bro, what are you talking? They talk about the times that they like would take a lot of drugs and shit.
Who? Who are you talking about specifically?
Dave Chappelle.
He never talks about how he did a lot of drugs. He said
Bro.
he smoked weed.
He talks about trips that he's had on psychedelics.
When did he talk about this? I haven't heard it.
Okay, you know that shit that he did with the most recent one? It was like
I haven't. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, the award ceremony that he did. I think he talks about like having a shroom trip or some shit. Or what's his name? What's his name? The Indian guy that's on Parks and Rec? Aziz Ansari.
Mm-hmm.
His thing was he has this story about how Dave Chappelle and him were performing in Austin, and that Dave Chappelle was like trying to go party, and Aziz Ansari was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go home and take it easy."
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle's like, "Come on, let's take some shrooms or some shit like that." And Aziz Ansari was like, "Who's gonna say no to Dave Chappelle to take shrooms with them?" So we ended up taking shrooms or some shit.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. And then even Joe Rogan talks about how like a lot of people that he knows in the industry who came from this like famous shop, or a lot of the comedians that would go to these famous spots or whatever, have taken trips at that spot.
Yeah. I think the thing with comedians, I think a lot of them come from like a dark background, but that's why they're so funny. Because they want to see everybody smile.
And it's crazy because that's a sign of depression. You know how they say like be aware of your friends who have depression, and then one of the like topics is they're fucking funny or some shit. Like,
and then you see them all melted in the couch. Oh no, that's weed.
Remember that commercial, bro?
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, she hasn't been the same ever since she's been under the influence.
I saw a weed commercial in Univision popping off because I was in the kitchen eating, and it was just on Univision. And then there was a weed commercial. This guy got a WI, or under influence
driving
of,
under
influence of
or whatever,
marijuana. And then after that, it's like he lost his job, he lost custody of his kids, and he has to go to AA meetings type of shit. And then all because he was just high.
And got
but
pulled
the
over.
thing is, he was high. The cop stopped him. He pulled over. And then when I guess that whole short scene of him being high, right? The cop was like, "No, I smell something on you." And then boom, turns out they did the blood test on him. Boom, and then all that happened. He got fucked, right? Because of it, right?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, you know what? I think the drunk driving commercials are worse. Because usually they find them dead, and then they can't go to AA meetings because usually they crash and die and they kill somebody innocent. This, compared to the drunk driving commercials, is a fucking nothing. Like, the guy literally was probably driving slow. That's why he got pulled over. He was high. So fucking what?
Hey, you want to know something funny?
What's up?
One time, bro, I got pulled over because I was high as fuck, like high out of my fucking mind, and I got pulled over because I was driving on the wrong side of the street.
That's stupid.
But no, it wasn't like on an actual main street. It was like an apartment complex street or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And they were like set up to where you drive one side.
Uh-huh.
And so like the cop that runs that spot or whatever, he fucking pulled me over. And it was funny because like I didn't have my ID or anything, and he was like, "Who you with? Or what are you doing here?" And I didn't remember the girl's apartment number that I was like meeting, and I was just like, "Fuck!" So I had to call her. I didn't have my ID. I had to call my brother to come like go get my ID from my parents' house and then come bring it to me. And then at the end of the night, the cop was like, "Nah, you're good, bro. I know you're just trying to get some pussy." And I was like, "Bro, you had me going crazy thinking that you were going to arrest me and shit or something." Because he kept saying throughout the whole time was like, "Come on, I need it. 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Come on.
Yeah.
He needs to get here." For him to just be like, "Nah, you're good, dude." Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Drive this way.
It's a good cop. That's for sure. It's a good cop. You know, one of the times that I can remember that I was driving when I was high, I think I got out of work from working at In-N-Out, and I closed. So I left like at 2 a.m. So I went to like an empty parking lot over here by where I live. I got out the car, I smoked some weed, got back in the car, and it was like literally maybe 3 blocks down, right? But you got to
Yeah.
turn left and right. 5-minute drive to get back to my house. So after I got done smoking weed, I was driving in between, like, you know, the roads of the houses. I promise you, I felt like I was gonna hit each car on the side. I was driving so fucking slow. It took me maybe 15 minutes to get home because of how slow I was driving. I really felt like I was gonna hit the car on the right. I feel like I was gonna hit the car. I feel like as I kept getting further and further, or closer and closer to my house, the cars just kept getting more in and in, and I was like, "Fuck my life. This is too." I don't know how. I was thinking in my head, how the fuck do people do this?
Drive while they're high.
I'd rather not drive.
I feel
That's
you.
crazy.
I feel you 100%.
Who the fuck says? Even when people like smoke out a car, right? They stay in that car for a while. They don't just go straight.
Well, some people smoke while they drive, dude.
That's crazy.
I guess maybe you get to that one level where it's just like you're always so high that that's like your normal. You know what I'm saying?
I can't imagine being at work high.
Yeah, that shit sounds interesting.
I don't know how I would be productive.
Do you think we just kind of outgrew that phase in our lives? Because I feel like at one point I was like, okay, I can go to work high. But now if I try it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do it. I've never done it. I'm just saying, like...
Dude, I'm at, like, that would be so tough. But the people that do it, more power to you. I don't know. I can only imagine you sober and doing something productive.
Have you ever been intoxicated at work, dude?
Never.
Never. Any job you've ever had?
No.
So you never been drunk while on the job?
Never. That's never happened.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, the first time I ever tried Adderall was because one of my coworkers at the time at the place that I was working at, he was just like, "Hey, bro, I got this Adderall. Do you want to try some?"
Adderall?
Yeah. And I was like, bet. I don't know why the fuck I did it, but honestly, Adderall, it was pretty good, bro.
I think that would be good, though. Adderall?
At work? Yeah.
You become more productive for no
Yeah,
reason.
we fucking... Usually it takes us an hour to close. That whole night, we finished in like 20 minutes.
Oh, man. Whenever I would close at GNC, what I would do is you got to write, like, how many things are of how much, right? I would just look, okay, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. I wouldn't count. Fuck that, dude. It's so annoying, man. And the thing is, they would make you clock out. So when you clock out, right, because you're closing, you still had to take the money pouch over to the bank and drop it off the drop box.
That's
And
part
it's
that's part of work.
It is, but they're not paying you to do that because you clocked out already.
So you
They're
can't-
not adding an extra 15 minutes.
You can't drop it off and then come back and clock out?
No, you got to close it down completely.
Oh, that's some shit.
It is, which kind of sucked because I was like, this is so stupid. But also, like, whenever I quit GNC, what ended up happening is the lady started crying, right? And the reason I quit was because people weren't coming in when they needed to come in. So then I would have to stay there 30 minutes more than what I needed to. And of course, I would get paid, but it wasn't a time when I was just starting to be a personal trainer. So if I wanted to get to my personal training client, right, and even if they show up 10 minutes late, it's like, I need to leave now. Somebody needs to be in the store now. And I kept telling her repeatedly, like, what do I do? Like, he's still not here and I need to head out. So because of that, I had to quit because I had to decide, do I keep showing up late to my clients or do I quit this job? And I quit the job. And when I told her is, she came in, I guess, when I was closing, and I told her, look, I'm going to quit. I'm not coming in tomorrow. And then she was like, you can't, for like 2 weeks, you can't give me a 2 weeks notice? It's not going to happen. It's like, and I explained to her why I wasn't going in. And she was with her husband, and her husband was a manager at another store. And I was telling them why I'm not going to keep working. And what was happening is the following week was her anniversary.
Oh, no.
So she was going to go out of state for an anniversary somewhere.
You're a hoe.
It's her fucking fault for mismanaging. Fuck her and her anniversary. I don't care.
God damn.
And she was just started crying because I guess they already bought the tickets, booked the hotel in advance. But now what she had to do is she had to stay. So no more fucking anniversary that she had to go over there. But the problem is, I was telling her, look, man, this needs to get fixed or I'm out. She didn't fix it.
But she wasn't willing to like work for it. Like once you were like, hey, I need to quit. And she wasn't like, okay, I'll stay those extra 30 minutes in those situations. She wasn't willing to like work with you about it.
No, but it's not that she needed to get on the people that kept being late, but she wasn't because she was good friends with them.
Oh, that's what it was, dude.
Yeah, and every single time that there was like
shit.
the schedules would overlap and there would be 3 of us in there. Me being me, I wasn't really that social, like a social butterfly or whatever, so I'd keep to myself. But the other two fucking fucking talking, laughing, and it was her friend. So when when it was time to get on his ass about being late, she didn't want to because that's the friend. And also one time she wrote me up, right? Because I left, because the whole shop was clean, and I left like, let's say, some protein powder on a top shelf that's supposed to be empty, and I just left it there. So the next day when she opened, she saw it, she noticed that it was me that closed, and she wrote me up for that. And then after that, I was like, you don't get my sympathy. I ain't gonna do nothing else.
I mean, I guess you being an asshole and getting written up is a normal thing for you, right? That's what happened in League of Legends.
Yeah, but fuck, that's I guess. But I didn't do that to be an asshole. I just left it out there because I just forgot. And it was just one little container, and she wrote me up for that.
And that was like the first time too, I'm guessing.
That she wrote me up.
No, that you left something out.
Everybody leaves something out.
Yeah,
but it's not like on purpose. It's like it looks like it's part of the fucking store. How the fuck am I supposed to know? Yeah. And then she just wrote me up,
bitch.
And I was like, okay, that's such a petty thing to write me up for. Literally, grab it yourself and put it where it needs to go. Don't fucking write me up for it, motherfucker. Like, well, I didn't do nothing to you.
And you were coming in for people that weren't.
I wasn't going in for people that weren't there. I was staying longer than what I needed to because they didn't show up on time. But yeah, man, I fucked up her anniversary.
Damn. Do you ever feel bad about it?
Of course not, man. Of course I don't feel bad. That's her fault for mismanaging. Because you'd imagine you're the manager at a spot. Fucking manage that correctly. But yeah, dude, Tory Lanez shouldn't have shot her.
Nah.
It all matches in together.
That's so crazy, dude. Like, what do you think is going to happen in his career?
Oh, maybe, man, a lot could happen. Because what could happen is, because the thing that I'm thinking is he's still not locked up. Why is he not locked up?
Yeah,
because then he must have a really good legal team.
Or is he on? He's out on bail, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so. But I don't know. But
I didn't know he was on bail.
But like whenever that whole situation first happened, it fucking boosted his music sales.
Did it?
Yeah, like he was on the top charts for a good minute. Charts.
You know what's also a good thing that might have helped WAP be number 1 is that whole situation.
Oh yeah, right. Because she was already.
It's a big situation.
Dude, what if this is all fucking just like.
It doesn't hurt.
Planned out.
It doesn't hurt, and of course the labels love it.
Yeah, bro.
They love it. It doesn't hurt them. It hurt her foot. But it doesn't hurt.
It physically hurt her.
She for sure made some money off of this whole situation.
Yeah.
That is for sure. All right. Now, something else that I wanted to talk about is this whole thing that's going on with the whole COVID thing, right? Because, again, COVID is a big thing that's going on. And a lot of people, they're getting upset because they got to wear a mask.
Oh, man.
And Eddie was watching the video. And I was like, we need to talk about that because that's some bullshit. So I'm going to play some audio so you can hear kind of like what it sounds like. And hopefully you can make out what the guy is saying in the background.
And it's crazy because in this video, it's just like this like 6-foot dude and this like 5-foot woman.
Seriously. So he's basically getting upset because he's being told to wear a mask.
Yep.
Right? And he's telling the woman, you're breaking the law. You can't force me to wear the mask.
He said, I'm 100% right.
Yeah. And he's like, you don't own the fucking store. You can't be 100% right about shit.
Bro, it's also like no shoes, no shirt, no service, right?
Right.
A business has the ability to refuse service to anyone they choose to, right? Or something like that.
Right.
But also, look, I'm gonna say this because a lot of these motherfuckers talk about, oh, that's against my amendment or whatever. I don't know, some shit, right? This is not really law. like, okay, it's not a law, but it's a order given by judges in the county that you're living in.
Right.
It's an ordinance thing. Like, it pretty much is a law. Like, you need to have a mask to go inside of establishments.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, dude, if you're that mad because they don't want to service you, do you really want to provide them with money?
Right?
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you wanted to go in there and buy a fucking mango. You still want the mango? Or are you just mad and want to, like,
Go
just,
off.
like, you just having a bad day, I guess. But at the same time, it's like nowadays, you're really going to go outside and not at least have a mask in your pocket?
Yeah, bro, come on. Like, for real.
Like, at least in your pocket, dude.
And, like, there's some people that have tried, like, for me and my job, have tried saying, like, oh, it's because I can't breathe, blah, blah, blah. We actually have masks that we can provide to our customers.
Yeah.
But they're like the paper ones. So
Uh-huh.
it's like we have paper mask, which is a little bit easier to breathe than whatever your thick ass cloth one is.
Yeah.
And a majority of the time, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll wear that one instead. But one time, this one dude was like, nah, what the fuck? Like, are y'all fucking kidding me? And he was going off, dude.
Yeah, and the whole thing with that is, like, it's not even that big of a deal.
Like 2 seconds. You just wear it 2 seconds to come in, take it right back off when you dip. We have to wear it all day.
Yeah, buy what you gotta buy and fuck off. Like, literally, like, fuck off. Don't make that
Deadass.
lady's job harder. Don't go out in front of the store and make a fucking scene and then feel like whatever you need to say needs to be mandatory.
Right.
Fuck off.
And in that video clip that he just played, it's literally like a little woman. She might be a teenager, bro, and it's just like tall ass motherfucker, and she's just kind of like chilling there, like, I mean,
yeah.
whatever.
And it's like, dude, it's not. No, I don't think anything is that serious for you to make that scene right there just because they want you to put on a mask. And it's like, if you don't put on the mask, you don't fucking own it, dude. Fuck off. Go somewhere else. Go anywhere else that maybe they'll let you in. But, like, what's fucking new? Everybody said wear a mask. You look around you, everybody's wearing a mask. Just follow the rules.
Dead ass.
Or stay at home.
There you go.
Order whatever you want.
Yeah, right.
Fuck off.
They made it easier for everyone to order shit to go to home.
I'm actually going to name this clip right here, Fuck Off. And I'll put the video on there, and it's going to be named Fuck Off.
Fuck off.
That's all you have to do if you don't like them telling you to put on a mask is fuck off.
Yeah, fucking.
Literally. That guy for sure has some issues.
He's a Karen, bro.
That guy has issues, bro. It's like, you can't be that fucking devoted into wanting a mango.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that mango's not even all that. And if it is, where is it?
Yeah, right.
Where is it that you really like the fruteria that you're at? You really want to get it. They don't let you in. Ask somebody to buy it for you because you don't have that. Like I think it's more like he doesn't like being told what to do.
I think that's what a majority of
It's like a macho thing.
the Karens. No, dude, because females are also.
They got
doing that.
they got machismo in them.
The girls.
Yeah,
The
don't tell me
females?
what to do. If I don't want to wear a mask, I don't gotta wear a mask.
Got
You
that
don't
little-
own me.
Little attitude. Yeah, that's so dumb, bro.
Like, just wear the mask, man. Wear the mask or don't go outside. And if you do go outside, just you don't go anywhere where it's mandatory to wear a mask. And then don't get upset at who's ever telling you to wear the mask. Just wear the mask
Like you said, bro, what the fuck is new?
or fuck off.
It's been a whole year almost, or half a year that we've been wearing masks.
Yeah, and that's probably like one of the worst parts. It's
You saw how in Wuhan they like actually opened up like a big pool party or some shit.
they did.
Because there haven't been any new cases in like a good amount of time. That's because they've all been like taking care of business, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, whatever China is reporting, they might not want to report it to the mass because if it is China versus U.S. Just like the president does not want that he doesn't want testing to continue how it used to be because the number of positive cases were just skyrocketing like crazy. So what he did to control the numbers, right, when it comes to positive testing is he stopped providing as many local testing sites as there used to be. So now that you remove those local testing sites that were government funded, that just means there's going to be less positive cases going out. Only because there's less easy, accessible testing sites. Because now if you do go to a drive-in testing site, now that there's a longer line.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to want to stay in that line. You're going to be like, I'll fuck this, But before it's, you used like when there was like a lot of government funded testing sites, it was everywhere. You would just go there, wait 15, 20 minutes, you'd get tested, boom, then you get your shit in the mail, whatever the fuck would happen, right? But now that there's longer lines, less people are gonna want to take it, less people see that there's accessible testing sites. So in return, you get less COVID cases. Same thing could be happening in China. Maybe they just stopped testing. We don't know the amount of testing that they do. We don't know what they do to the people that do test positive, if they report it or they just hold them holding someone for 2 weeks, test them again, they're negative, their report came back negative, bye, leave. We don't know that.
It's crazy how this did end up becoming a competition between these fucking countries, bro, because like Russia is like trying to put out this vaccine already. You hear this is happening in China, you hear this is happening in Korea, like.
There's actually this new thing that President Trump even said. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Is it a stimulus check? No.
Dude, I hope so, man. They said once a month.
Yeah. What
they owe me about 2 months worth of stimuluses. Hold on, let me see. It was on Twitter. There we go. Let me go to my likes. Okay. So Trump said, we have a truly historic announcement in our battle against the China virus. He keeps saying China virus. I understand why he's saying it, but at the same time, it's like, we don't need to keep making enemies out of that. But again, he's an asshole. And I guess that's why other fucking people like him. China virus that will save countries' lives. The FDA has issued an emergency use authorization for convalescent plasma. Do you know what that is?
No idea.
Me either. Let's hear what he has to say.
The FDA has issued an emergency use authorization, and that's such a powerful term, emergency use authorization for a treatment known as convalescent plasma. Really has
convalescent plasma. Hold on, let me do my Googles, B.
Yeah. So my thing is
convalescent.
It's like, so if this is something that has probably been beneficial for us, why does the FDA hold it back so long?
They got to do testing on it to see if it's even able to go into humans.
No, but is it something that has like some type of substance that's been out there for the longest? It's just the FDA restricted it or something?
And if they say it's like an emergency use, that means you're mandated to take it. It's an emergency use.
It's like, wait, what?
All right. So FDA issues emergency use authorization for convalescent plasma as potential promising COVID-19. That's where they fuck it up. It's like it's a potential COVID treatment. They put in potential because maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. What is this? Let's see. Does it even say what this is?
It's crazy how there's not like a universal FDA kind of shit. Like you can use, doctors are allowed to use some type of medicines like in other countries that we're not allowed to use here, and vice versa.
So convalescent plasma is the liquid. Hold on. Is the liquid part of the blood that is collected from patients who have recovered from the novel coronavirus disease. COVID-19 caused by the virus SARS-CoV-2. COVID-19 patients develop antibodies in the blood against the virus. So I guess if you've tested positive for it, your body fought it off. That means that now you have immunity towards the COVID. And then they get the plasma from your body, and then they use that as treatment to other people. And it's like, what the fuck? That's like, I wouldn't want to take any drugs that they fucking give me.
Yeah. You know what this sounds like? I think I've already said this before. Because I remember seeing something about that. Like, you tested positive and now you're better. Come donate your blood, right? And we're going to inject.
They do that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's shit like that.
They specifically say if you tested positive, come donate your blood?
No, if you've tested positive and you're already, like, cured or whatever.
And then they say, we want people specifically that have tested positive and that are now negative, and we want your blood.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll buy it?
Well, I don't know.
No, they say donate, right?
It, yeah.
And now you find out that shit's worth a lot of money.
Right? It's like,
seriously. For real.
It reminds me of that fucking South Park episode when they're trying to get, I think it's like Tom Brady's shit. You know what I'm talking about?
And then what they do with it?
They stick it up their own ass and it makes them like healthier.
Does it? That's crazy.
And like Tom Brady's shit is like the gold mine of all the shits that you could get. Like that's the main shit that'll be like good for your body. I forgot what there's like a word for it. I don't know. But like everyone just starts taking each other's shits, and like the doctors aren't allowed to do it unless they have a real reason. So they start doing some like back alley procedures and just taking people's shits and like sticking it up their own asses.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What was it? Convalescent plasma.
That sounds interesting though.
Yeah. Damn. That's actually really crazy.
What if like that's some shit that they got from the alien spaceship, bro? Like, or the aliens are like saying like, oh look, we used to do this on our planet. This might work with your planet.
Take convalescent plasma, but I think they've been doing that because like there's plasma spots that you go to, you sell your plasma and they'll buy it off of you. They've been using plasma for many things. Something else dude, that's like convalescent plasma. Like, if they start mandating you to take convalescent plasma, will you take it?
It sounds kind of sketchy, to be
It
honest.
does. Plasma from another human being into your body.
I haven't had to do it before. Now why I gotta do it now?
Yeah. And then they just popped it out.
But I guess change is the only constant. Like if they're gonna mandate it, that sounds sketchy. No,
He said emergency use, and this says it's a potential to help fight COVID. It's not a cure.
it's not even a.
It's not even a treatment. It says it has the potential to do it. Also, when it comes to like the amount of people that have died from it, well, it's a 97 or 98% recovery rate. So anybody that has ever tested positive for it, there's a 98% chance that you're gonna recover, right? Now, the people that have died from it, what they've came out with, 52% of the people that have died from COVID-19 are people of color.
What a coincidence.
And that's kind of crazy. If the majority of the people in the United States are white people, right? But 52% of the people that are dying from COVID are people of color. That is such a big number. That is a huge number of people of color dying compared to white people, especially when white people make up the majority of the population. Yet
And-
they are nowhere near being the majority of the people dying from it.
And then aside from that too, I feel like a majority of the so-called Karens, no mask people, are like usually Caucasian. At least from what I see on social media.
Yeah, and that's the whole weird thing too. Like even in the news, I would hear it even saying that it's like this thing attacks people of color, or like this thing has severe cases towards people of color.
Did you see that Univision report, bro?
No, what did it say?
It was like coronavirus está matando or whatever they're saying. Like coronavirus ha matado muchos hispanos. No sé, like it was some like deep like like they kept repeating Hispanics are gonna die from coronavirus because y'all fucking ain't like listening.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like that is like a crazy thing to even think about when it's like 52% of the people that are dying are people of color.
And we're not even a majority of the population.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
How do you think that like how do you think that works? You think they like somehow released it in like what is it called? Lower income communities, or do you think it was like a situation where we just don't care as much as like Caucasians do?
That's with any disease. That's where the majority of these diseases are in.
Low
income communities, whether it be like trailer parks, whether it be like what they call white trash, or what you see like in Mexican neighborhoods, and you see like in ghettos and the projects or anything like that. A lot of those places are just, you always hear people in there have something wrong with them.
That's true.
Which is like, what? That's kind of crazy.
Some
but
type of disability or something.
It's actually really crazy. Convalescent plasma. So again, if you're hearing this and you want to look into it. I recommend it, because before you know it, you're gonna have to take 3 shots of that shit right before you have to go to work.
Dude, what if they make it into like a fucking suppository, bro?
Suppository?
Is that how you say it?
I've had a suppository before.
That's where you like stick a pill up your butt, right?
Yeah, and I was little. My mom shoved it up my ass. I'm being serious. Like my mom grabbed the suppository, flip. The thing is, they would say, "Loosen up." I'm like, oh, I can't,
bro.
I can't. I've never done this before. And now when I think about suppositories, it's like no suppository is needed. These guys are just perverts,
bro. Dude, I don't know why. Okay, so every time I would go to Mexico, that'd be the fucking medicine they would give me. So I would get sick when I was younger. I don't know. Maybe I was drinking the water. And every single time that I would get sick, it's a shot in the butt or a suppository.
This is so crazy. So, and now you think about the times, suppositories was a big thing when we were little.
Like, people think like sticking shit up your ass was the way to go.
Dude, my nephew's never taken a suppository. Like, dude, and I was like, by the time I was your age, I already taken like 5. It's like, why the fuck is it when we were little, suppositories was a fucking breakthrough science?
That was the in medicine, bro.
And now you find out it's kind of bullshit. Take it through your mouth or get it injected.
Yeah, right.
And then you find out our parents were like, ¿Tienes un suppository? We're like, Mom, no, mijo. It's good. Trust me, mijo.
That's funny, bro.
They said this in Desperta America. Suppositories are good. Which is so crazy to even think about that I've actually taken a suppository. Which is like...
If you were born in the 90s, you most likely have taken one. And you're
multiple.
Hispanic. Yeah.
Multiple. Not just one. Nobody's ever taken one. It's like, your son eats these 2 suppositories like a fucking thick-ass pill. I'm like, wait, the doctor said what about that big fucking pill? Where? Like, what?
No, Mom. I can't even drink pills. So how do you think I'm
Dude,
going to take it up my ass?
I don't think no headache I've ever had was worth a suppository. Or a cough. I don't remember what I really had, but I'm sure it wasn't that bad to the point where I need a suppository.
I remember they would give it to me because I had like stomach infections. You know what?
That's that, and a suppository is good for that?
I guess. I mean, bro, we're talking
That's
about
crazy.
the 90s and the early 2000s. But you know what? You know how my stomach sometimes be like hella sensitive?
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of that, bro? Do
The
you think
suppository?
like in the long run it just fucked up my fucking organs?
You should probably check with your finger to see if it's stuck there.
Oh, bro, I'll do that right
And
after
never,
this.
it never got like dissolved. Something else that's been going on, which is kind of weird. And then when I first heard about it, I was like, holy shit, I used to watch this person. And it was this thing going on with Full House. That the lady from Full House, her name is Lori Loughlin, whatever her name is, right? She pretty much got caught because she was scamming people out of their tuition or something like that. And what ended up happening is now she's sentenced for 2 months in jail.
That's it?
And her husband is sentenced to 5 months in jail. And the thing is, this all happened because of mail fraud and money laundering.
Yeah.
And all they got 2 months in jail and 5 months in jail. Money laundering, scamming kids from their money.
Do you know how much she ended up taking? Does it
No
say?
idea. But I'm sure it was a large amount for the FBI to get involved. To the point where now the feds have to get involved. Something's going on. It's not like you did that to one kid and you took a couple thousand from him. You did it to multiple kids.
Yeah.
And then she also did it to the point where her daughter was able to get accepted to the schools that she wanted. Because she was doing this whole money laundering and mail fraud and all this shit that was going on. And with that, right? So she, 2 months in jail. Husband, 5 months in jail
Not even
for
a year.
mail fraud and money laundering, scamming kids out of their money for this college tuition or however the fuck it works when you got to send out your money in order for you to go to school here or whatever the fuck happens, right?
She's got a good ass fucking legal team, bro. 'Cause
Very good.
the fuck? Like, I had a friend who, well, he's not a friend, but someone that I knew.
Don't associate yourself with them for sure, right? It's like, just in case he gets caught up again, I don't want like the FBI to hear this and say
Right.
that's a friend.
No, he wasn't a friend. He's just someone that I knew that I had like known from school. But I know he was like a little scammer.
A scammer?
Yeah, he's a scammer. He'd do like credit card scamming and shit. And like, at least allegedly, you know?
Yeah.
And I think they gave him like, was it 3 years or something?
3 years?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was other shit associated with it.
Do you think that's even fair?
Nah, dude. Like,
3 years? That's a very long time. Especially because of the things that could happen to him in jail, in
then,
prison.
Even aside from that, dude, like this woman was taking tuition. Tuition is not cheap. I'm sure.
No, it's not.
I'm sure she took way more money than like this dude would have taken off credit cards buying fucking shoes at the store. You know, like what?
Yeah, and she only gets 2 months. 2 months in jail.
So if you're gonna do some type of crime, hit up her lawyers. Know what kind of crime you're gonna do.
Yeah, and that's actually even crazy because a lot of people get way more time for a lot less. People that have been caught on weed.
Oh yeah, you saw that story of that dude who just got out after like 9 years.
What'd he do?
He was caught selling weed.
Yeah.
And they gave him like life or some shit, and he got off barely, even though all these laws have already been in place for a good minute.
Yeah, that's just like so unfair. That's very unfair.
Hella unfair.
You know, when they say, hey, there's no such thing as white privilege, I always look at that as that has to be some sort of white privilege, because literally for mail fraud and money laundering, which is such a big fucking deal, you only get 2 months. That's like a slap on the wrist. Not even 2 months for doing all that, and then in 2 months you go back to your regular life, where if she has to serve probation, it's nothing bad.
Dude, okay, so look, there's this other situation. I don't know if you've seen about it. This got me heated. I was like, what the fuck? That's so fucked up. So this woman, I think she got like a year. Maybe I might be wrong. Don't quote me on this. But I remember her getting a long time in jail because she registered her son or her kid at a different address that she wasn't living in, but because she wanted him to go to a good school.
I heard that. Yeah.
And it was like, what?
Yeah,
you're really
crazy.
gonna put her in jail this long? And then there's people out here like that are literally bribing other people to get into school that aren't even getting in trouble. Like,
yeah, that's all really crazy. And
she was African American, I think.
You know what sucks? Because I'm sure that whenever the Lori Laughlin was being tried, the judge, which I don't doubt that he was white, was looking at her like, I used to watch you.
Yeah, right.
Like 20 years, 30 years ago, I was watching you on TV. Oh my God, you're like my crush. You know, because I'm sure even 30 years ago, he was still a grown man.
Yeah.
And look at her too, it is like, damn, you know, so you had a crush on her, and then you look at her now, and you're like, you still kind of have a, so it's like 2 months. It's like, you want to fuck her at that point.
The nostalgia.
You're literally the guy that goes at the bottom of the girl's Instagram page, likes her last 5 pictures to get her attention. That's literally what the judge did. Is like, you gave her 2 months, knowing damn well what she did was a big deal.
What you like for
because
breakfast?
You're hinting, hey, I hope we fuck.
Right, bro.
Thank me. Oh, your husband? 5 months. That gives us 3 months to fuck around.
Hell no.
Something, right? Because he did the same exact thing,
Yeah,
and he got 3 extra months.
Why did he get a larger sentence?
Because the judge wants to fuck Lori Laughlin.
I don't even know how she looks. Is she cute?
It's the girl from Full House. Yeah, she's an older woman now, but
Is she
she's
like a
good
pretty
looking.
older
For
woman?
older women, she's good looking. So yeah, that's actually really crazy. And with that being said, boom, that is the end of the Mental Smart Podcast, episode 18. Here with Eddie, and I hope each and every single one of you have a good rest of your day. And bye bye.
Adios.